Candy?
You already know if I'm going to take it.
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it.
This one quote from The Matrix made me think twice about whether we actually control our decisions. And in that moment, something clicked. Just as it might have for Neo when he first began to understand what it meant for him to become the one. Before every major decision we think we're making, like what to study at school,
I know Kung Fu.
which career path to follow, who we choose as a partner or where to live, or something as simple as what to eat for breakfast, our brain has often already made the choice before you have. And in fact, research shows that our brain can decide up to 7 seconds before we become aware of it. This isn't just speculation or a thought experiment. It was revealed in a landmark study that changed how we understand free will. The neuroscientist Benjamin Libet and his team in the 1980s used EEG, a non-invasive method used to record electrical activity in the brain, and this showed that the brain's motor cortex activated several hundred milliseconds before participants were consciously aware of deciding to move. This alone is quite unsettling, but it doesn't stop there. Decades later, using fMRI and more advanced techniques, John-Dylan Haynes and his team extended that window to 7 to 10 seconds. They were able to predict, with surprising accuracy, which choice a person would make well before the person themselves believed they had chosen. In other words, your brain's already halfway down the road before your conscious mind even touches the wheel. This shows that our subconscious is running the show while our conscious mind thinks it's the boss. This may also confirm the fear that you're not in fact in control of your life as much as you thought, that your life is happening to you instead of being created by you, that we're stuck in patterns we can't seem to break. And there it is, the matrix of the real world. But it's not robots controlling us. At least, not that we know of, and not the way we are working towards anyway, but that's a story for another day. What's really at play is something far more subtle. The invisible programming running quietly in the background of our minds. It could be the echoes of childhood wounds, or memories from past experiences. Or the quiet pressure to fit in, be liked and accepted, quietly shaping every choice we make.
We can never see past the choices we don't understand.
Are you saying I have to choose whether Trinity lives or dies?
No. We've already made the choice. Now you have to understand it.
We can never see past the choices we don't understand. That might explain why time slips through our fingers unnoticed, while we forget our dreams beneath hours of binge-watching Netflix. Why we scroll endlessly through social media, chasing validation, comparing ourselves, and craving the love we haven't yet learned to give ourselves. It's the same reason we find ourselves repeating patterns in relationships or staying stuck in jobs and environments that quietly drain us of our purpose and potential. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people go through life completely unaware of the invisible programming shaping their every move. We think we're making free choices, but in reality, we're just running the same script, day after day, year after year. Like Cypher in The Matrix, we might even grow to prefer the illusion.
Ignorance is bliss.
But what if I told you there's a way out? What if the red pill isn't some magical awakening, but something you can access right now? Long story short, self-awareness is the hack. Research shows that although the initiation of a decision may begin subconsciously, there may still be a veto power, a narrow window where the conscious mind can interrupt or override the action. Libet called this free won't. It's not free will as we've imagined it, but more like a conscious override of your default programming. So, while your subconscious may be driving, conscious awareness isn't powerless. It's the one that can grab the wheel at the last minute, but only if it's trained to see the curve ahead. In an age where big tech subtly steers our behaviour through design, A/B testing, and neural manipulation, understanding what's really happening isn't just a philosophical exercise. It's strategic survival, because if you don't train your awareness, someone else will train your unconscious. And you'll still believe it was your choice. The moment you become conscious of your unconscious patterns, they lose their power over you. When you catch yourself about to make the same destructive choice again, and you pause, and you ask, why am I about to do this? That's when the matrix starts to crack. You start to see the code, the fear code, the approval-seeking code, the self-sabotage code, patterns scripted long before you were conscious, written from the day you were born, and even earlier. And once you see it, you can begin to rewrite it. That's what it really means to be the one. Not superhuman powers, but the quiet strength to choose your response instead of reacting, to create instead of simply consuming, to live with awareness, not on autopilot. If you look closely at this scene, the Oracle lives on the 8th floor, a number that, when turned sideways, resembles the infinity symbol. Interestingly, there are 2 buttons that lead to the same floor. This might suggest that there are multiple paths that appear different but ultimately arrive at the same destination. Or perhaps even loop endlessly, repeating in some form. In that light, even choosing the blue pill, the decision to stay within the illusion, isn't necessarily failure or ignorance. It's simply a different kind of path. One that might still lead to insight, or at the very least, loop through the same cycle until awareness naturally breaks through. Because maybe meaning, like reality, repeats, regardless of the choice. Most people resist awareness, not because they're weak, but because unconsciousness feels safer. It's familiar, predictable, even comforting. But you're not most people. You clicked on this video. You're still here, still listening. You're just here to understand why. Here's a small challenge that could be interesting to try for the next 24 hours before making any decision, whether it's what to eat, what to watch, what to buy, or who to text. Pause for just 3 seconds and ask yourself, am I choosing this consciously, or is my programming making the choice for me? If you're ready to go even deeper, tools like Opening Mind can help train your awareness.
Don't think you are. Know you are.
At first, it's easy to overlook, but then one day, it dawns on you. And suddenly, you can't unsee it. That's when mere survival turns into real living. Because once you start seeing the matrix, everything you thought you knew begins to unravel.
I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible.
Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the story. And if there's a quote or moment that's ever shifted your perspective or changed the way you see the world, I'd really love to hear it. Please do drop it in the comments below. And if there's a scene from The Matrix that stayed with you or left you questioning reality, let me know as well. I can honestly talk about this film for hours on end, like, seriously. Contents like this is my passion. Understanding the human mind and reducing suffering is pretty much my life calling. Although I'll be honest, these videos take an incredible amount of time and work. And this is a bit of an exaggeration, but blood, sweat and tears go into each one. And that's a nod to the BTS song, by the way. But anyway, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and share it with someone you think would like it as well. We release videos like this at least every week, so subscribe to get more contents like this, and thank you. It really helps a lot. And now, I'm sorry, here's a quick shameless plug about us.
I'm interested in one thing, Neil, the future. And believe me, I know the only way to get there is together.
Are there other programs like you?
Oh, well, not like me, but... Look.
We're Opening Mind, and we deliver therapy through an app where human therapists work alongside AI. We believe that ultimately, you, yourself, need to understand the process to really see what is underneath. We also give you specific goals and exercises you can actually use. Our amazing therapists team up with powerful AI tools and boost what they do best. You just pick the chats you want to share. Your therapist picks up right where you left off. Think of us as your Morpheus from The Matrix. The ones who see your potential and help you break free from patterns you didn't even realize were holding you back. Or your Oracle, gently guiding you toward the transformed version of yourself that's waiting to rise above. and helping you step into being the one. Take the first step. Sign up today at www.openingmind.co